Hey everyone, it's Kevin with VeriCoin and Verium. I wanted to do a quick update for the end of the month of January and just give you a little bit of a performance report and share some information, some highlights of what's happened in the past month. Obviously right now there's a lot of FUD in the crypto space and it's affecting the markets, but I think we need to focus on the positives. And when we look at the statistics and what's happened in January, there's a lot of that to talk about. So I don't have a crew today filming or anything like that, no special lighting. Hope you enjoy. At the end of 2017, we released a video, and in that video I said that the marketing team would be more involved this year and give more updates. And so today, since we're at the 1st of February, I'm going to give a recap of 2017, go over some important stats and metrics, as well as highlights from the community. As you know, right now in the cryptocurrency world, there's a ton of FUD. Prices are kind of moving in the wrong direction as far as we'd like to see. However, I want to focus on a lot of the positive things, especially going on in the VeriCoin and Verium community. And there is a lot. When we look back at January, you see so many awesome things that happened. Primarily, the growth of the user stats and wallet downloads. To me, this is the most important metric that we should be looking at because it's a true indication of growth. As I promised in the 2017 review video, I was going to be sharing a lot of these growth statistics and metrics for everyone to see. We've done that now. There's a live interactive dashboard on the website, so that at any time you want to see performance, with website statistics, wallet downloads, it's all available at your fingertips. If you go to the website on the sidebar menu, there's a link for user stats. Just click that, and then there's a little instructions on how to use the interactive dashboard, and then you can see these stats for yourself. But let's go over the highlights for January 2018. There were 53,235 new users to the website. And to put that into perspective, the highest recorded number we've had in any previous month was 18,000. So it's more than triple the number, which I think is extremely impressive. And then the other stat that kind of blew me away was unique wallet downloads, which was 13,367. To put that number into perspective, if we look back at January, it wasn't until mid-July that we had 13,300 wallets downloaded. So just in the first month of 2018, we've already kind of blown away the first 6 months or 5.5 months of 2017. In addition to user growth, we had a lot of growth too in the social media department and in the community aspects. At the end of 2017, we had 3,293 followers on Facebook, and we are now at 3,500 followers. Not a huge increase there, only about 200 or so. But in every other channel, the numbers are pretty astounding. Twitter, we ended 2017 with 30,400 followers, and we are now at 37,400. So there's a big significant gain of over 7,000 followers there. Reddit, we had 2,168 users, and we are now at 2,923. So you're talking about a gain of 800 more or less in January. And Telegram, which was something we had just started in the end of 2017, we had 623 members. We are now at 1,500 members in Telegram. So almost triple. And with this in mind, talking about social media, I want to also let you all know there's a new Discord channel that was created and modified by Masterminder. So if you're in the community and you see Masterminder around, give them a thank you for helping to get that set up and managing it. I know a lot of people were asking for Discord, so we figured let's go ahead and create it for those that prefer that format versus, say, Twitter or Slack. So what's driving all this growth? I think there's three things that attribute to it. First is the technology and the team behind the project are truly innovative. And second, I think that there's a large part of the people who entered cryptocurrency in 2017 that weren't quite sure exactly what it was or is, are starting to become a little bit more educated. And they're gravitating to the projects that have actual legitimacy and can solve real problems. And the third reason, and this is where I think all of you come in, is there's a groundswell movement happening. As more and more people find out about the technology and tell their friends and family and peers about it, obviously the growth starts happening naturally. So we're at that stage where it's really important, everyone watching this video or reading the blog post, to talk about it with your friends and educate people on how great this technology really is. If we can do that, the growth should continue to grow every single month. And speaking of telling your peers and spreading the word, I want to highlight a new feature that we've added to the blog, which is the featured community member of the month. And for January, we featured Nad Joser, who's from Caracas, Venezuela, and he's doing an amazing job of spreading the word in Venezuela, showing people in his local community how they can mine Verium. So if you get a chance, check out that section. And if there's anyone in the community you feel deserves to be highlighted, and I know there's a ton of people that do, let me know, and I will do what I can to make that happen. I really believe featured community member of the month is probably not realistic. It's probably going to be something we have to do every week because there's a lot of great people that are starting to contribute now, and I want to make sure that we give them recognition for their efforts. We did a live Ask Me Anything that was streamed on YouTube, and that was on Friday, the 26th of January, and that went over very well. We encouraged people, community members, new people coming to the project to ask questions on Reddit prior to the event, and then people could also ask questions during the live streaming. And want to give special thanks to Patrick and Doug, who took time, and Richard as well, Verium, to take time to participate in that. I think they were on for over an hour answering as many questions as they could. We'll embed that video in this post and the YouTube description of that AMA. We have time-stamped all the questions and answers. That way, if there's a specific question you're very interested in, you don't have to watch the full 70 minutes. You can just go straight to that main question that you have by clicking the link. And I encourage our community, too, to use those as references. So if you're out and about on the web and people are asking questions either specific to the project or even in general with cryptocurrency, a lot of those answers that Doug and Patrick provided are useful, and you can direct them to that AMA. The physical silver Verium coins have been shipped, and so if you were one of the lucky ones who put an order in for those limited edition coins, you should be receiving it this week if you haven't already received it. The person who put that together is SoCal. So if you are interested in still trying to maybe buy one of these limited editions, there still might be some left. At SoCal on Twitter. He's also in the Slack channel. There's also a channel within Slack called Physical Coins. So if you are interested, join that channel, send a message, and there might be a chance that you can still get one. I'm going to post a link in the blog post to a schedule that shows the availability. Again, they might all be sold out, not 100% sure. There's also someone threw the idea out of doing a binary chain coin later this year when binary chain is in effect, where one side of the coin would be VeriCoin and the other would be Verium. I think it's a cool idea, and if SoCal decides to do that, I would be the first in line to buy one. The VeriCoin and Verium wiki is near completion. Big shout out to Joe Rondex for putting that together and all the community members who have contributed content. Still not quite done yet, and the only thing we're waiting on is a little bit more content. So the community members who are really involved in the project, who can contribute FAQs, technical support, any of that kind of information that will make new users coming into the project get easy to understand information, to better either understand the project, use the wallet, those types of things. Would be very helpful if you can visit that wiki and contribute any content you can for it. But again, that should be launched here pretty soon. It's almost done. I took a look at it last night and was really impressed with the amount of information included. And the last thing I want to go over is a section I call Around the Web. And again, this is on the blog post, so if you want to read everything, there's much more information on the blog post than the video. But we highlight different websites that talked about or featured VeriCoin and Verium. There were a few things this past month that I think jumped out at me. One was a magazine out of the UK, I believe, called Electronics Weekly, that featured the Verium mining rig built by Birdie. So if you get a chance, check the link and read about what Birdie's done. Birdie's done some amazing things with Verium mining and a big component of our mining community. The other couple other things. A website called CryptoHoopla.com ran a really good analysis of Verium as well. Links there, definitely worth reading. And a guide to profitably pool mining on Verium was created by VRM Dude. And that link is, again, posted below. That was featured on Steemit. Really cool read because it's talking about low profitability computers. So if you don't have a lot of money and you want to dip your toes into cryptocurrency and start mining, Verium's probably one of the best ways to do it, by joining a mining pool. And the last around the web item we'll talk about is a person on Twitch and on Twitter named Cool Crisis. And he does live streaming analysis of cryptocurrencies. And he goes full in depth, like hour and a half, like deep analysis of a coin. And he did the VeriCoin and Verium project. I watched it, was really impressed with his comprehensive approach to covering the coin. He had a lot of really good things to say about the project. So a link to his YouTube video, I encourage you all to take a look, watch that. Give him some love, like the video, comment, and follow him on Twitter as well. So that's it, the end of the January review. There's a lot of stuff that happens every month. I want to try to catch it all, but I'm going to miss some of it. So if you see something that you feel should be in these end of month reviews, message me, or you can message VeriCoin at vericoin.info, and we will try to include it. And if you have any ideas or suggestions for featured community members, again, contact me, and we want to make sure we give these people the recognition they deserve.